Hello and welcome back. Last time you guys made it to town, you guys got yourself a new companion, Big Hawk, as well as now you guys kind of scattered around the town to go explore and shop.
Bring this up here.
Everybody's got some murder.
What did everyone want to do? I know Wakasa wanted to go to the blacksmith, and I didn't get a chance to talk to you throughout the week. Blake did his shopping.
I did?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, I forgot already. It's been too long.
I talked to you like 4 days ago.
Was it 4 days ago? No, that was last Wednesday. Either way, I know what I want.
All right, so uh, you wanted to get.
I said, boy.
Did you have your?
I said, boy. What boy? I said, boy.
He said, "Boy."
I said, boy.
All right,
We
so
done with that now?
no, you said you wanted to get a
Rune of Striking.
rune of striking, like a normal rune of striking.
I think that's all I could afford. How much?
How much is a
it-
greater room? Greater striking.
Give me a second. Let me look in my book. Let me look in my book. Oh, that's the wrong book. Where's my other book? Oh, my book's upstairs. One
If
second.
Blake is gonna buy a greater rune, and I'm stuck with buying a normal rune. I don't want a normal rune.
I'll
let's
give you my
see.
old one.
I
Pathfinder
don't want to.
TE.
Wait, you already have a rune of striking?
Yeah.
Oh my god, just give me yours.
That's what I just said. I'll give you my old one.
Oh, okay,
You
cool.
gotta
I'll
go
take
to
a
the.
hand me
You
down.
still have to go to the blacksmith and pay to get it removed and pay to get it added on.
We
Well, there you go. You
could
can
just.
remove it and add it.
So,
There you go. It's
A
probably
normal
helpful.
striking room is a level 4 item, and it's worth 65 gold pieces. A greater striking rune is 1,065 gold pieces, and it's a level 12 item. So unless you're
Damn
level
it.
12, you
I'm
can't
not
do
level
it.
12 yet.
We can't buy it. Yeah, we could only find it.
Okay, what about a
I
potency
mean, I'm not
rune
here.
two?
Never mind. Ignore me.
No, you're fine. What?
What about a potency rune 2?
Was it? Is it the armor rune?
I'm gonna
Wait.
purchase the
That's
Vorpal.
potency
I'm gonna
rune.
sell all the slaves
Plus
in order to
Can I
two-
ask a question?
Yes.
All right. So I thought you said when we were first getting into this, we can only buy things 2 rarity above our level, and aren't we 10?
You're 9.
We're 9.
Oh, we're 9. We're 9. Yep.
So, yeah, I answered your own question.
Ooh.
So one off.
But the armor potency
I thought
plus
we were 10.
2 is a level 11 item.
Ooh.
And it is 1,060 gold pieces.
It's affordable. You could do it, buddy.
I gotta see how much gold I have.
Listen, let's sell the dragon, Oberon. I'm sure we can get a hefty penny for him.
You can sell Atticus's sword.
We could just sell Oberon.
I could.
A lot
I
more
gotta show
expensive.
it. How much do you think I can get for it? I gotta show the guy.
Are you gonna pull? So
Okay.
you're gonna go to the blacksmith?
I'm gonna go to the blacksmith with Wakasa. Yeah.
Let's pull out the title for Oberon too.
That's not.
So let me paint you the scene real quick. The scene is as Seven is walking through. The rain starts pattering down as he puts his cloak up to shelter his hair or his bald head from the rain. your ally Gabriel is walking with you as you guys are strolling and chatting as you're making your way there. You hear shouting and kind of like an obnoxious tone. You can see that it you can hear that it is Wakasa trying to bargain with the blacksmith. And as you get closer, you start making out what he's saying. And he's like, hold on, let's make a deal. Because Wakasa always tries to haggle every merchant he comes across.
Always.
And it's nothing new. But as you walk in this large room, or let me paint a picture of the building for you as well. Let me pull out I got my notes right here. All right, notes. Where's my city at? There it is. Rothe Falls, not the inn. That's not what I'm looking for. Look. In the middle of the trade district, the street outside is adjacent to a small store. This building is a fire beaks out in front of it. The tavern not tavern. That's the wrong building. Whoops, wrong bag. All right, right here. It is the sign hanging from out front of the building is called the Iron Mall. It is in the main street near the town gate. The street outside is lined with low stone walls. The blacksmith building is sprawling single-story building with marble walls that are a little rustic. It looks like they have been weathered over the years. It has a white single roof and a softly blowing chimney by the door. A number of hunting trophies line the walls as you walk down this small entrance that says welcome on the floor. When you walk into the main area, you can see Wakasa standing there trying to haggle. This building contains a deck with chairs and a horseshoe rack. Metal weapons and armor hang from the ceilings, and pieces of metal hang from the rafters. Looks like easy access to grab and pull down. The owner is a female gnome. As she stands there, she has like a golden reddish hair that kind of is pulled back into like a frizzled ponytail. As she stands no more than maybe 2'8" tall. She has an apron, and she's hammering away. She has actually very big muscles for a gnome. Very well, like, fitted, strength-wise. She has these gloves that look magical that she has on as she's dipping in the water as it crackles and sizzles as she pulls out a rod, and she starts hammering as she's talking to Wakasa. She looks over and notices you guys. Wakasa, you are in the room. I know you like to haggle with me, so here you go. Here's your moment to shine.
Oh God, it's not one of those days. So you said I was preemptively already haggling?
Yes, because you would have gotten to the store like the shop before them.
Gotcha. God, what am I? Well, I'm looking for a striking. All right. What's her name again?
Well, you said you wanted
Asking.
the normal striking rune is 65 gold. She definitely has one in stock. She also has a striking rune number 2 in stock, which is a level 12 item.
I cannot afford that. But think might have things of interest. I have no idea what I have in my storage. Hold on, let me look it up. I'm
Feed.
telling you, I am dead on the inside right now. Let's see. Ooh, crate freezer. It's gonna be a good time.
Roll me.
Hold on. Sign in. Ooh, yeah. The Awakening of Valkyria Sakahiaka. I wish I could read.
All right, so you guys walk in, and Wakasa notices you guys as well.
Who's you guys?
You noticed them coming into the shop.
Those guys are your fellow companions,
I
Seven
do
and
know you
Gabriel.
have more. I'm just kidding. Let's see. All right. My name is. Oh God, yeah, I cannot do this today. I'm so dead. Craig, come shoot me.
Oh,
Come
you can
grab.
do it.
You don't
just
have
keep
you don't have to
moving.
be in. You can just talk normally if you like. It's fine.
Oh my God, thank you so much. All right. Even I don't even feel like talking. What the fuck's wrong with me? I will ask you what is my name is Wakas.
You can do it, buddy.
Listen,
I have
dearie,
faith.
we've went over this already. We've introduced yourself to me about 3 times now. I don't know what's the matter with you, love. But I'll
Sure.
tell you what.
I needed better ruin. So like I've been fighting dragons. I've been fighting just countless monsters. A 10-headed Hydra I ran away from. I need to be stronger because these creatures I'm coming up against have been just too much. I need a reasonable deal as well because unfortunately these gesture of quests don't pay enough for what they in whole behold us with these creatures. I need something stronger. You're the only town I've seen that hasn't tried to kill me yet.
Well, that's very sad for you. But about the price, say around here we normally go with the normal. 65 gold is what a striker rune goes for on the market. Now, if you were to do maybe. And she looks and sees you guys coming in. Oh, hello! More customers.
Wakasa, what are you doing here?
Make me
Haggling
a
again?
diplomacy roll, Dakota. Okay. She doesn't seem to budge on the price. 65
I rolled
is what his normal
a I rolled
striking
a
was going to
30.
be.
I rolled a 31.
Oh,
That's
wait.
not good.
You rolled twice. I seen the 16. The 31, yes. Alright, alright, alright. I can see that you're struggling. I can sell it to you for no more or no less than 50 gold pieces.
Oh, that's pretty reasonable. Wakasa hands her the long sword and be like, "There's another rune in here. Can I sell that to you as well?"
Uh, I'll have to. What kind of rune is it? Do you know?
Jesus.
I can look right now. I'm looking. I gotta find your character sheet.
I think it's the potency one.
Potency and striking runes don't go against each other. You can have both.
I only
Well,
have one rune slot though.
if it's just a potency rune, yes, you can remove it and then put the new one in.
Okay. Yeah, I like to sell her. I like to sell the potency rune.
All right, potency rune is worth 160 gold pieces.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking.
Wait, why is that? Why is that more?
Cause it's a level 5 item.
Oh my
Gives you
Oh
God!
no,
Wait,
sorry, that's the wrong one. That's not our weapon rune. That was the armor rune. The weapon rune potency here Sorry, that's level 2. That one is 35 gold pieces.
Okay, that makes more sense. And I like to sell my
So she'll
bastard
give
sword.
you half of what the rune's worth because she has to put the new rune in, and that also costs money. So the difference will be putting the new rune in.
I like to also sell the bastard sword.
All right, bastard sword. She'll give you. Let me see how much it is.
And the great sword.
All right, 1 second. Weapons.
I will keep my strike chain though, spike chain. That thing is coming handy. It looks cool when I pull it out.
All right. Dun, 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 dun. Can I search by name? No, that's not what I wanted. No. No. Stupid. Back. Forward.
Oh my god, I forgot we have black dragon scales. Craig, what can we do with black dragon scales? Can we make armor out of it, or if it's only 4, just sell them?
You can, but you can also make armor out of them. But you need a lot of dragon skills to do it.
She'll give you 5 gold pieces for all the weapons you're selling. And then she'll give you half for the rune. Because she'll use the other half to put your new rune in, the striking rune. You won't have a +1 on your weapon then. Or you can buy a higher level weapon that gives you more runes.
Oh wait, I could do that too.
Yeah.
Wait, she has that?
Of course I do.
So wait, I could keep my ruin and buy another sword with 2 ruin slots.
I actually have a sword with 3 rune slots.
Oh my god!
I
And
took the runes out of it. That's how I got a striking level 2 from this weapon. Because, not everybody can afford a sword that
Ryan,
can do that.
can I not want the damn striking rune too? No point buying it. I can't use it.
How much is it, you say? Well, this
Yes,
is a
yeah.
legendary weapon
Oh god.
that come across my store not too long ago. Got a hefty price for it. Now, it's called the Forgotten Sword. Now, I don't know the topography of it, but or the history. The person who gave it to me didn't really know, but it did have 3 runes on it. I took them out, and now I'm selling it for no more, no less, 500 gold pieces.
I killed myself by the end of
Is you sure that's just a sword?
Okay, so I got how much? I got 1 sword with this slot
It's
open.
a
It's
fine
called
crafted sword.
It's called the Avenger. I named my sword, by the way. If I were to trade this sword in as well, how much would I be able to rummage up? Thank you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Which one?
The Avenger, my longsword, magical sword, with the rune slot.
The 1 rune slot?
Mm-hmm.
You can
I want to
get
keep my other rune if I could.
if you want to keep the striking rune. You don't want to sell the striking rune. You want to keep it.
I mean, if I buy another
So
sword, with
your
3 rune
your
slots,
sword is probably no more than like 36 gold pieces.
that's embarrassing.
The sword she's has in stock is made of a different type of metal. That's why it's more expensive.
Wakasa slams the 4 dragon scales on the table. Like, how much are these worth?
How much? I mean, what would you put on there?
My 4 black dragon scales that we rummaged.
Give me 1 second. Open up. That's not what it. Precious metal. This. Here we go.
And Wakasa says these black dragon scales are from the world-ending black dragon. I tell her the name of
She
the
pulls
dragon.
out like some goggles and she said, they are real,
I know they're
decent
real.
size. How many you say you have? Just 5?
4.
4? I can't really make too much with these. Well, actually, I can use it for. Yes, I can mix it. Okay, I can give you 50 per scale. You have 4. That's 200 right there.
Pretty average price for a normal dragon scale. Wakasa's thinking.
Well, you got to realize that as someone who is a crafter, you have to do a lot of work to actually get this into what you can work with it. Now, if you had a whole bunch of scales, it'd be a little different because I can make a whole suit of armor with it. But because you don't have a whole bunch of scales, I'll have to crush it up into powder, which, have you ever tried to crush up dragon scales before? It's extremely difficult to get it refined.
You're right. These might be better sold somewhere else then. And someone else might be able to use these for a different cause. I will I thank you for your time and everything you've helped me with today. But it seems I just can't really afford anything I need here, so I'll do my best on my travels. Have a good night.
Alright, so you're not getting the striking rune and you're not getting the other stuff?
No, I'm just gonna sell her the swords and just I'll tell her I'll think about it. I need time to think about it because it's a lot of good offers going around. But
You haven't got any. Okay, sure.
with myself, I'm too tired for this. I don't even want to. I don't want to think.
That sword, by the way, is a level 10 cold iron weapon.
Alright, cold iron weapon?
And
Don't
Like I
use
said, I'm just gonna
swords,
think
though.
about it.
oh
I
no,
can't
sorry, it's
afford
not a
it.
level 10. It's a level. Wait. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's not cold. It's the other one. Cold steel? No. Where's it at? Cold iron, low grade. Yeah, it was the cold iron. It is a cold iron weapon, standard grade, level 10 item.
Oh, just cold iron.
Yeah, but it's a level 10 item, which gives it the extra rune slots. And it's actually worth more than what she's selling it for.
I can't afford it.
If you sold the dragon scales, it'll
That's
be
still
only
coming.
300.
Sure, you'll find something eventually.
And you guys got plenty of money in the guild. You should have at least
Yeah,
a couple
that's the
hundred
guild
gold.
money. I can't. Yeah, but that's the guild money. Wakasa wouldn't pull from that. Maybe limiting my.
Well, from your talks with, Big Hawk, you are the guild.
Yeah, but I mean, Wakasa in general just wouldn't. Because he knows it's for he wouldn't use it for his own selfish reasons.
All right, well,
Maybe spend like I don't know. Not
seven might. His name is Seven.
sure.
All right, Seven. So you walked in.
Feel how much he cares.
You kind of seen them haggling. Then Wakasa just give up and just like I'm dead. I give up. Just takes the 5 gold pieces, sells the couple swords he has. It doesn't even buy the rune that he came in to buy.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to Connor and good morning, ma'am. How are you?
It's been a slow day. So she is this lass here. Bye.
Oh,
As she waves him out the door. How can I help you?
oh, I'm sorry it's been slow. Maybe I can help you with that. I'm looking to add some upgrades to my Rance here. Trying to see what you have. Currently, I have just a normal potency and a normal striking rune.
Well, can I take a look at it?
Sure. As I pull it off my back and set it on the counter.
Oh, fine crafted. Is this crafted by a genie?
Ah, you see the workmanship. Yes, it was.
They put their secret language on most of the weapons. This is very valuable in some places. If you're willing to sell it, but I know you might not. I mean, it is a precious weapon. The steel is very fine. They did a great job on it.
Why, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I mean, I'm trying to stick with the same. Do you have any other type of weapons like these?
I have other pole arms here. As you look, she has a whole bunch. She has a glaives and so a couple other pole arms.
No other Rancers?
No, she doesn't have any other Rancers like in particular. She has other types of pole arms. Rancers are more of a unique weapon that isn't sold like everywhere. Big trade cities you could find it.
Exotic weapon.
Yeah, it's more of an exotic weapon. So, what is going on? Okay, you can give me a second.
Okay.
No, it's not you. I wasn't. Just get some background music going. She has a a flame rune. She has the level 2 striking rune.
Yeah, but I can't put that on. You said I can't use it.
It won't
Unless you're
work.
gonna
It
let me
won't.
use it.
I mean, it won't work until you hit that level. But I mean, you could buy it. You can always get it put on later. So you have 3 rune slots on your weapon, right? No, yours is a 2 rune slot weapon, right? Yeah. So you have
Yeah.
the regular potency rune, and then you have that one. Um,
I have a question. Would you be able to take a weapon and make it into a weapon of similar fashion?
yeah, I can make weapons.
So if I showed you something, would you be able to change out the hilt and make it a longer typed weapon for the what I use for my style?
Depending on your type of weapon. Can I see the weapon you're talking about?
Sure. As I reach into my bag of holding and I pull out Atticus's old weapon.
Well, where did you get this? This is extremely fine crafted. You see the workmanship in this thing? It's made by elves.
Yeah, it kind of a family heirloom, you would say. I can't use it myself, but I wanted to see maybe if I could fashion it differently, then maybe I can still get use of it.
Sorry, I didn't hear anything you said. I rolled over my cord of my headset and I ripped it out of my head.
I said, I can't currently use it in its form it's in now, but since it's a family heirloom and it's basically been passed down, I would like to see if I can change the hilt to make it into a longer reach weapon of my um, that I use to be able to keep it in the family and not lose it.
Oh, say, I don't think you can see what I'm saying here. So she points to the hilt of the blade, and she starts showing you there is inside of the handle there is engraved wording in Elvish that wraps completely in circles around the blade or the handle of the blade. It goes down into the hilt, and she's showing you the bottom of it. If I were to make an addition onto this weapon, one I'll need to find the exact metal type that this is. I believe this is made of mithril. She's looking it over. Definitely mithril. It's going to take a very, very, very long time to craft. This weapon is almost completely out of my league in craftsmanship, though. I don't know if I'm the right one to take on a task this big. Are you a druid? You don't look like a druid to me.
Not a druid myself. You could say a past life I was.
Past life, I may have been a queen, but if you're not a druid, you're not going to be able to use this weapon. Though, if you don't know Elvish, it's bound through the order of the grove. which basically, I mean, it means that if unless you're a druid, you're not going to be able to wield it.
I see. All right. Well, then this is of no use then, and I put it back into my bag of holding. Would you happen to have? Where is it at? Oh, that's not- Do you have any weapons with 3 rune slots other than the one that you showed that Wakasa fellow that left out?
She has a glaive that she pulls forward, and it has dragon like pieces of like dragon scales throughout the handle that are like wrapped and aligned around it. The blade is it curves out and it looks like it's like a like dragons almost like a dragon head. It's like the fangs at the tip. It is made of blue like material, like blue dragon scales.
Ooh, I like that. It's of good quality, it seems.
It's one of the finest weapons I have on now.
How much would you be willing to part?
This one is a little more pricey than the longsword that I showed off earlier. This one here is going to cost you about 880 gold pieces. It's because
Well,
of the material.
if I trade in my rancer I have currently, would that drop the price?
Your answer, because it's exotic, she doesn't have one, and they're hard to find. She says that she can give you 60 for the rancer itself. She'll pay you for the runes that are in it if you're selling the runes. If not, she'll pay you 60. Mind you, that's an amazing price because a normal rancer is probably like maybe a gold piece.
So you said it was originally 800 for the weapon, minus 60. Is there any runes in the glaive currently?
No, it's empty.
So I would have to switch my runes over.
Yeah, a lot of the high craft blacksmiths, they do that on purpose, which you would know by, just going through towns. A lot of the ones will take the runes out of weapons because depending on the person, they might not even be able to afford the runes added into the weapons. So they normally keep them separate and they put the runes that required as like pick and choose what you want for your weapon.
Um, does she have any potency runes? Level 2s or no?
She has 6 level 1s. She, she does have. She has 2 level 2s, and she has 1 armor level 2 as well.
How much is the armor one? Is the
Uh,
same? Is it more than the
1060, I believe.
same as the weapon?
Pretty much. They're the the better runes normally because they're level 11 and level 10 items. You guys aren't quite at the level to wield them properly.
So, question off topic of this extending rune.
Okay.
If she did have one, the way that it reads is it says activate 2 actions to interact. So that would take 2 actions, leaving me with 1. But if I'm using Spell Strike, which is a 2 action because of the spell with um, the attack, is that counting as, would that be 4 actions to do that? Or 3?
One second. I was trying to use my phone to look stuff up, but my internet's being kind of slow right now, so I had to use my computer, and I have a lot going on my computer, and it's loading really slow as well. Um, if it tells you it costs 2 actions to use it, it costs 2 actions to use it.
So that would be useless because I would never have 4 actions.
Well, you are not gonna be able to do it then do your
That's what I was asking. I didn't know if that the
So
activate
what kind of
then
rune
with my spell
was
strike
that you're talking about?
extending.
Extending? That'd be a property rune, I believe. Um, Internet's being very slow today. Alright, you said it was extending. Alright, it says extend your weapon for an instant, giving you impossible reach. Your strike with this weapon, you can have a reach of up to 60 feet for the strike. Yeah, it costs 2 actions, so unless you are hasted, there's no point of you putting that in your weapon.
Okay. That's what I thought. Just want to make sure. So getting 3 slots really doesn't help me right now then. I can't put another rune on it anyways.
I mean, she does have flaming.
Yeah, but I already have the an art that does that. Or sorry.
She has a fearsome rune, and she has a wounding rune as well.
Okay, that's not gonna help me.
Alright, and
Um,
that's all I got for you.
the potency rune 2 would probably be the only thing I need to add, maybe.
Alright, potency rune level 2 is 935 gold pieces.
935. The striking rune 2 you said was 1,000?
No, the striking rune 2 is
Or greater
1060.
striking?
It's level 12. This one, the potency rune 2 is a level 10. And it gives you +2.
Okay.
So you'd like to
How
see the other
much would
stores
I
7.
be able to sell the if I wanted to sell the Atticus's weapon.
How much you'd get for it?
Yeah, how much can I get for it?
She'll sell it to. She'll buy it from you for 4,000.
Okay, that seems worth it. Currently, because if I beat the 2 runes, that'd be 2,000. Can I do that? I'm gonna pull it out and say if you get me the greater striking and potency, and you can put them into, well, at least the potency room. I know you might not be able to get the striking rune in right now. I can come back for that, or get it put in by a different blacksmith.
I mean, I can
But
put it
I'll
in.
take.
Well, can you wield it at its power?
If it's in, I just don't get it until it's power. Can it still be in it though?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can still put it in it.
When I'm reading this, I must be reading this wrong, because it says that we can't buy them at this level, but we can use them. Am I reading like an old edition of this?
No,
Has there been a revision?
No. You're not supposed to buy them at a higher level ones.
Yeah, it's
But
just
they
that
are
sure it says
available,
we
and
can't.
this is a restriction that the book puts on players so that you don't buy
It's
things
to
that are way
gain
out of.
discretion.
Yeah, it's
However,
everything.
if they
The
are
whole book
found or
is
stolen.
everything's
Okay,
up to.
never mind.
I'm allowing it because
Never mind. Got
it
it.
won't work until you're of the level required to wield it.
Oh no, because if I put it in, then I lose my normal striking. Or I
Ye-
guess I could put. Is the glaive a D10?
Because I do kind of do things flip flopped, Kevin. Because normally you could find it out in the world and you can put it on your weapon and you can use it. I'm using the level cap where you have to beat the level to wield it.
Ryan, is a glaive a D10?
Uh, yes, it is a D10.
Okay.
Did you want to buy the glaive?
If I get the glaive with the 3 runes, and I transfer the runes I have and add the greatest striking rune to it, and then when
You can get
I
the
get
normal
to
striking room removed and then put something else in its slot later.
I can later.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do that then?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, she's gonna give you 4,000 for your sword, minus the 1,060 and the minus the 935 minus her fee to put all the runes in your new weapon, minus what the weapon she said was worth. You're gonna walk away with 1,065 gold pieces, with a glaive with all 3 of those runes in it, and yeah. So you selling the weapon?
41.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
So you'll get
Get the
1,065.
1,065. Okay, and then plus whatever. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yep. Did you want to keep your weapon, your rancer, or did you want to sell that?
I can sell it since I'm not gonna be using it.
All right, she told you to give you 60 for that, so I'll add 60 to that.
Okay.
So you'll get actually 1,125.
60. Okay.
All right. And was there anything else you needed?
From her, don't think so. No. I'm going to tell her thank you for doing business. And unless Kevin needs anything, I'm ready to go to the alchemist shop.
Just write me a list of all the stuff and send it to me so that we can kind of do other things in this session other than just shopping.
That's fine.
Because the alchemist should have most things you need.
I just need the stuff to create my potions. That's all I need.
All
The
right.
3 that I do.
Do you know the? Basically, you can just pay for it, and we're gonna say you bought it.
Okay. So I don't know, whatever cheetah elixir, Drakeheart mutagen, and what was the other one? Elixir of life.
Okay.
Well, I guess I don't really need elixir of life.
Yeah, as long as you can craft
Because
them,
Kevin's a healer.
you can get them.
Yeah, I have. Those are the 3 I have in my book or whatever it's called, the alchemist book.
All right. Did anyone else need any shopping done real quick before anything else happens? I'll take that silence as nobody wants anything. Okay, so moving on. You guys leave the Iron Mall, and as you guys are walking out, feel free to chat if you would like to. All right, I'll take that as nobody wants to chat. So, as you guys are walking down the street, some of a group of men, big, burly, big, giant mustaches, come up to you. Good to meet you.
They
We
approach us.
are the mustaches. Our guild leader would like to speak with you since we are the protection of this town. We have some questions that we would like you and all of your party members to answer for us. Also, Big Hawk, you're pulled aside, and they're asking you, and everyone else who's Wakasa, they find you, and they ask you to come with them to the keep.
If that's going to be happening, I yell at my goblins. Come to me real quick. They come to me.
Your goblins gotta come with too. All the newcomers.
Why? I need them to go shopping for supplies. Dude. The boat. Need 3 to go. I don't need to go. They can go. Okay, whatever.
Alright. You all kind of get huddled up since nobody's talking to me. Talking to myself.
Don't have anything to say.
Alright, so you're just gonna follow them to the keep?
Well, what do we need to accompany you for? Suppose I would ask.
Our leader has some
in trouble?
we have something to speak with you about. So as you make it in, you realize that the wood, as you're walking through this gate, it kind of dawns on you, Gabriel, that the wood that is used for the walls of the city is made of ironwood.
Ironwood.
And as you walk through, get to this like a large building. It looks like it maybe once was a church of some kind, but now it got transformed into like a guild center for the mustaches, with their symbol all everywhere. And you walk through the double doors, and there's a large crowd of guys gathered. There's tables everywhere. They're drinking, and as you guys walk in with the other mustaches that escorted you there, everyone kind of quiets up as large man sits at a large dining chair at the head of the mass table. You guys are kind of like in an open area in the middle. There's a little fire going with some spits and like some pigs and stuff roasting in the middle. And he stands up. Oh, our guests have arrived. Come, I have much to speak with you about. As he leads you guys into another room that has a table, chairs. There is great designs on the walls. There's pictures and portraits and mounts. It's very fancy looking, like a den area. And the table has a bunch of food and snacks and things like that on it. He goes, "If you're hungry, take something to eat."
What's this dude's name?
My name, you ask what his name is?
Yeah, what's your name?
I am Fernando Alto, leader of the Mustaches.
Okay, it's nice to meet you. Would it be any possibility if we can make this quick? Because I got a lot of shopping I gotta do. I gotta get a bunch of supplies for boat. Because we're planning on taking a long trip, and I need to make sure I have my rations in the boat. So, can we hurry this along a little bit?
Might a little mouth on this one.
It's not anything to do with you. It's just we're gonna have a really long journey ahead of us, and I want to be able to be prepared because that's what I like. I like to be prepared.
Well, I completely understand. So, what I have to speak with you about is the town here of Rothe Falls. It is, to say, off the grid. Most people in the world don't even know we exist. We've been here for centuries. I mean, I haven't been here for centuries. I'm not even that old. But Rothe Falls has been hidden by the druids for years. The only ones knowing how to get here are those that have already been here or have been shown how to get here from somebody who has been here.
That's odd. We saw the smoke coming from town, and that's how we arrived.
You remember that the smoke was only from a single building in the forest, not a city. You didn't see a city. You seen a single, as if a cottage was in the middle of the woods. So tell me,
Right?
how did you find your way here?
Smoke. I followed the smoke.
My band of merry goblins over here that we were told to sail here by another goblin of the name of Ricket. And we had to do some transport stuff and things like that, so told to come here. We sold it. We sailed here all the way from Moore and well,
You know that Ricket met you and led you here. So
that's how we got here.
you were led by Ricket. Alright. Who are you guys led by?
Well, I said the smoke. I followed the smoke from the mountains.
But you've never been here before.
I haven't been to many places in this continent. Safe to assume everywhere on this continent. I'm not from here at all.
7, as you're looking around, like as you are walking through and looking around, you start having glimpses from Atticus and flashbacks of Atticus helping people in this town, helping children and helping build houses and creating like a life for himself here. You remember playing with Oberon and the druids that followed you here. It just little glimpses and pieces here and there, and you realize that you've been here before, but not as 7, but as Atticus. So you guys tell him the tale, I'm guessing, of, giants and mountain, out of the mountains. You're,
Yes.
do you guys remember how many miles you guys thought you traveled?
I suppose.
Or do you?
Yeah, I'm confused on like how far we traveled. So, Kevin is. I don't know.
You guys thought you traveled for about 4 hours from the base of the mountain.
Okay, 4 hours, base of the mountain. Got it.
So you tell him all this stuff, and then he tells you, well, Rothe Falls is 26 miles from the mountain.
Oh, does this sound like a druid path? Would I know that this is like a druid path, or is that like something
Yeah,
I have?
you guys walked
Okay.
through it's starting to click in your head.
Grove.
You guys
yeah.
walked through the grove, and the grove led you to the city. Because you're 26 miles from the mountainside. He tells you that the walls outside are of thick ironwood, and the only reason why giants have attacked here before is because they've been shown here by somebody led a little band to take the city, but didn't realize that it was so fortified. He also tells you that the city was constructed centuries ago by the druids who followed their leader known as Shiahan.
Shit.
The outer trees surrounding by the city are thick ironwood trees that are clumped together that cause problems for most travelers to even get close to the city. So it's kind of like off the beaten path, out and obscured. There's like there's only 2 ways to get into the main gate of the city, which is the tower gate you guys walk through, and then the castle gate, which is on the other side. The town is veiled by most through sight, so most travelers pass by not even knowing that it even exists. They don't see it. They don't see the smoke. They don't see anything. They don't. It's veiled. Not everyone can see it.
Right. These dwarfs, by chance, are these dwarfs?
No,
Not dwarfs.
no, it's human.
Are human? Okay. I'd like to say something to the leader dude. Be like, hey, would it be alright? I'm not trying to piss you off or anything like that, but would it be alright if I send at least 3 of my goblins to go get my supplies for the boat, have it delivered to my boat so that we can handle this meeting and I don't have to go so fast? It's like you really want to have a conversation.
Well, before they leave, I need you to promise that once you actually leave the city, you don't lead anyone else back here unless they have business with the city.
I don't plan on it, so not even in my mind. That's the truth.
Then you may send them on their way.
All right. Hey, Birdie. Hey, Cake. I need you to go and take some of this money here, and I need you to go get supplies for about 6 weeks for the boat. Okay, you guys know what to get, so obviously is the chef, so you go get the food. Birdie. Go
Yes,
pick
all
up
right, Captain.
you go pick up you go pick up all the other things that we need, and Flea, help him carry it. All right.
Aye, aye. Can we get those cookies?
You can get the cookies. It's fine. You guys
Yes.
like them,
And they run out the door.
so. All right. You got my attention now, so I'll be able to be here and be attentive.
Well, what I can tell you is that Xian vanished over 1,000 years ago. Never seen again. Anywhere. No one's heard from him, seen from him. He's only built the city. His druids he led here were poor. Just the Pavers. And he led him here to make a new life for themselves. He gave them homes, helped them build establishments, and over the years, town blossomed. The castle was a most recent construction, built 400 years ago by one of the other druids of the order, Atticus and Marin and Telvan.
Did you just say Atticus?
I did.
Is Atticus a title or a person?
He was
Uh,
he was a person, one of the high druids of the order.
As far as I know, that I just lost. It was of his really good friends, Atticus.
One of your friends is Atticus.
Yeah, that was one of my friends that I just lost. His name was he's dear to me, but
Was this Atticus famous? Do parents name their children after him?
Not that I mean, yes,
his friend.
he had a drake, a
What's the
riding
Drake's name?
drake, Oberon. Yes, yeah, Oberon. Yes.
That's a funny story because Oberon's sitting at our guild right now. Apples to Apples is our guild, and we actually have actually an Oberon in life at the moment over at our guild. So I'm just letting you know. So it obviously talking about the same Atticus that I know about.
Um, sh- by now I mean,
That's the same Atticus that saved your party, isn't it?
Yeah, was the same Atticus. I've heard all the stories. I didn't really go on the adventures with him.
I mean, that's the core that you put into this body. That's why I have the memories.
That is correct. That is correct.
Oh. He seemed like a wonderful man from what I have been picturing.
He was a pretty good guy. I do have to say, he was a pretty good guy.
oh,
I'm kind of sad.
you said that you have Atticus inside you. You have his memories.
I mean, I don't know exactly. I know that they had gotten his core from his old body and they implanted it into this.
His core. You mean like a memory shard?
I'm
Bingo.
going to guess it was Limity and Wakasa. Wakasa seems very quiet, so I'm not sure. Limity, I think, is the one that actually retrieved it, though.
Bingo.
He said he's in the shower. Wakasa, Craig, or whoops.
Oh, yeah.
Dakota.
I
Yeah,
can
Dakota. Yeah.
I'm
Dakota.
sorry, he's getting ready for work.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, bingo. It was a. I do know and recall that it was Lemony who retrieved it, and then they gave it and put it in that body. So he has the memories inside that body, and I guess that's how that works.
Fascinating. Reminds me of one of the projects that I heard the old druid talk about. Yeah, he used to say that Shihan used to temper with constructs, and he was using his own memories to fuel them.
Question. Are memory shards common? I am asking this to the grouping character.
Memory shards are rare,
Well, I'm
extremely
asking it
rare.
to him.
Oh, to him?
Don't describe to me as the narrator. That was Gabriel asking that.
Okay.
Well, Gabriel, as far as I know, memory shards, we actually have quite a few of them in our custody already.
I see. This all seems very spectacular, and no offense, Guildmaster, but you so readily believed us. This all is so new to me. I'm unsure what to think. Like, this, I mean, an old city, sure, it's believable, but
I mean,
I've traveled pretty far and wide, and I've never heard of these things.
It's quite an amazing feat. That's all I really can say. I haven't
what
actually.
memory shards or so when someone gets so old that the memory of their past starts to break, and you can lose your memory, or you can forge it into a crystal which holds the memory. Memory shards are pieces of the lost memories that were extracted before being lost. Old heroes, sometimes when they die, their memories are put into their crystal that they hold on them, that's bound to them when they die. Some like that live for thousands of years. Some of the oldest elves use memory crystals to hold their memories. They're rare. Most people have never seen one, really heard about them. Only those that have lived long enough or have searched for their hidden secrets.
Honestly, I can tell you, I know where location is, but I know quite a few people that have them. I, including myself, had one. A total of like three.
Actually,
Two
Wakasa has them.
says two. I have one.
Limity had one.
That's the one that Rickett gave me.
Oh, okay. No, that's a different one.
So then we have four then total.
Yeah, but they're not all about the same person.
But I'm not. I know that. I know that. I mean, and I know some other names of people that hold other memory shards, but for us to do it, we would have to do a S there. So I mean, it's a possible giant journey that we can do this. But at the same time, we're trying to figure out what our next step is. So,
Well, unless you have any other questions for me, I don't have anything else for you. I just needed to know how you got here. And it seems like your friend here has the memories of Atticus, is how you guys were able to venture in here. And then you said your friend Rickett. I don't know Rickett.
yeah, well, oh, Rickety comes in and out, pops in and out from the shadows. He's sometimes here, sometimes not. Oh, it's hard to say when he's going to show up next, but he
Is he an enemy?
led me here. I wouldn't say he's not an enemy, no, but
I'm just trying to make sure that there's no threats
Is
to the
he
town.
an ally?
that's iffy.
That wasn't a yes.
That's iffy. He's not an enemy. He is can be an ally, but he's doing his own things right now. I mean, it's hard to say, but he's not going to do anything dreadfully. I mean, not going to do anything.
You're not selling this very well.
It's hard to explain Rickett. Rickett is a different type of goblin. It's my honest opinion. He's a different type of goblin.
It's not always a goblin.
It's not. Oh, no, I mean, it's Rickett. He's not going to do anything. It's hard to say that he's an acquaintance. He's more like an acquaintance. He's not, I wouldn't say he's an ally just yet, but he's not an enemy, that's for sure.
Well, the only other things that I could tell you is the nobles district are of the families that were first to arrive. And we established our guild here 50 years ago and has sought to its safety ever since. I am actually 50, even though I know I look like I'm 24. I was 24 when I walked in the doors. And I haven't aged a single day since being here.
That's pretty awesome, huh? That you feel all jolly and ready to jump for joy whenever, because you feel so young.
Oh. There's also an ancient grove in the nobles district that Shiahan alone could enter. No one's been able to open it or figure out how to open it.
Open what now?
There's an ancient grove in the nobles district.
Is it walled off? It's a grove? How can you not open a grove? Groves are pretty open by...
It's a path
my
down into
experience.
it's a grove that goes into the earth, and you just can't cross the doorway.
No, I bet
I
you,
see.
bet you
There's a
Seven can
door.
find some way to do it. He has his
I
memory.
can try.
Do you guys want to try to get in that? Is that one thing that you guys have been trying to get into? Get in
Would they let us? That sounds like a place that they would hold pretty important to them.
Well, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You're pretty new, and most people don't know you around here. You haven't done anything to really help the town yet.
Also, this is odd. You would tell us of such a place offhand for us being, like you said, so new.
I mean,
This
you as long as you don't try to go in it. I mean, I don't think you can, anyways. But I mean, it's just points of interest. It's available to go look at. I mean, it's not like you can't go into the nobles district to go look at it. You just have guards that are going to be watching the whole time.
I'm down to go look at it. I mean, I don't know, maybe something maybe something will come into your brain, Seven. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm down to go look at it. It's all right. Nice meeting you, man. If that's all you really got to get us, nice meeting you, and I'll maybe apples to apples and the mustaches. We maybe can have some kind of pact or ship going on later. You know, trade. We're trying to become one of the biggest trade companies in not this area, but just the world. So, you know, um, maybe we can have some kind of relationship here. You know, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. Scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's how it works.
Stink bug. I hate these things. Blake, hire a exterminator.
He did. You.
So, thanks for the combo. I want to go check out.
Also, the other crystal you had, just that was. Rick had told you that was from Vosh.
Vosh, the legendary hero of Sombra's Order.
Yep.
Okay. That's right. I have to find his rival. I have to find the other legendary warlord rising. Find quite a few people. Yeah.
So you guys probably want to head back to the inn, so you guys can talk. Figure out what you guys want to do.
We gotta figure out what we're gonna do. I know. As per the conversation we had with Gabriel 2 weeks ago, he wanted to go back to his hometown. Oh, that's 4 weeks away.
And he wanted to go to Demore to talk to people about
The more.
Right.
trade,
Too, yeah.
trade and travel.
Travel.
So, and I'm down to do that. At the same time, I'm also trying to figure out what we can do. We're going to Demore.
Are you tapping your mic when you talk?
I was hitting the table.
Oh, I can hear it echoing in. All right, so I guess you guys can talk. I mean, you guys are gonna head back and talk, or you guys gonna talk on the way back, or you just gonna step outside? You guys are free to go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the inn. And if you guys want to talk about our next step, I mean, we about what we're doing, because I have a whole list of names that areas that we can go to find shards, and also have.
Oh, you also need to go into the memory.
Yeah. Which I haven't done that yet. That's, I'm always a little sketchy about those things.
Well, I don't think that your new character has gone into one.
Not yet. I don't know how he's gonna react to it. So I'll go back to the inn. You guys want to come and talk about what we're gonna do next? I mean, there's a shard. Got one. I've got to actually go into the shard and see what the memory holds. So.
Oh, in the shard?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how to do it yet. I've never done it. Limity's done it. Dear to him, it's that guy already. Limity's done it. Makaza's done it. Atticus has done it. I don't think Seven's done it yet either. So, but he has Atticus. Some of those memories should pop up eventually.
Why do you... Wait. Do you, like... Well, I suppose for information, but... Is it dangerous?
I don't know. I haven't done it before. I mean, I don't know. It's really hard for me to say. I mean, as far as I know, Lemony didn't enjoy it. He wasn't too excited about going into that thing, and it freaked him out a little bit. So I'm a little cautious about it, but I'm willing to go into it and check it out. No, I mean, do you want to do it too? I mean, you could do it in a group. It doesn't have to be with just one person. I mean, what do you want to do?
Sounds just a tad bit weird to me. I don't know. It feels a bit wrong, I suppose, by my own morals. It's like I'm invading someone's thoughts. I guess
You
I
have
would
to
be
realize,
invading their thought.
that this person temporarily no longer exists or existed many decades ago or centuries ago or years ago or it's really hard to say, but they existed a long time ago. So you're not really invading anybody's thoughts except you're going in there to solve
About 2 inches.
these no.
The arm looks good though. Sorry,
Oh,
my wife's making shirts. She's showing me the one
yeah.
she made.
I mean, it's up to you. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I mean, I'm gonna do it no matter what. I'm cautious about it. If Seven wants to do it, he can do it too. And if Wakasa wants to do it, he can do it too. I mean,
Or
you can do it
to
in
the
groups. So.
inside. So are you gonna do that right now?
How
No,
long have you seen your old crew before do it at least? Do you know if it takes a long time? Is it like a whole day? Is it an hour?
I couldn't tell you. I've never done it, so I don't know how
You
long it
haven't
takes.
seen them do it either?
I've heard of them doing it. So I'm kind of at it too. So. Or we could do something else. I don't know if Ryan has a backstory for it yet or not. So
I have
I mean,
it. I have them already.
I mean,
Up to you
it's
guys.
really it's really up to you guys. I mean, like I can do it whenever because I have the shot, but it's up to you guys if you guys want to do it or not. If not, we can talk about one into more. There's also a shard into more that we can get to. No, I mean, also can talk about how to get Lemony back.
Seven, what do you think? I
Well, I've already told you I want to try to get Limity back. I was actually starting to grow very fond of him and sad that we lost him.
I mean, to do it, there's many tests for us and many tests for him, as far as I hear. And in these shards is part of the test. There's two in particular shards that I need to get for Lemony to possibly come back. Those shards are hidden behind a vault somewhere, as far as I know. I can't enter it, so you have to get the rest of the shards. I would have to assume to be able to enter this vault. That's what I'm assuming. It's going to be tough challenges. Oh,
Top challenges is what we do.
I know. I know you guys are amazing. I hear so. Wait to work with you guys.
Well, glad to have you.
So, what do you guys want to do? You want to go in the shard? You guys want to go to Moore? You guys want to you guys tell me. I'm the one who operates and operates the ship. So you guys tell me.
I'm
I mean,
new
I'm
here
ready
and
to
I don't
start
have a
this.
say in anything really that happens.
Just along for the ride, huh?
I suppose so.
I mean, I would love for you to accompany us. It'd be good to have a druid in the party.
Thank you. Although it seems like you may be one yourself, ironically.
That makes it even better. It means that whatever memories start coming back to me, you might be able to help explain being a druid yourself.
They're your memories, though? I suppose, in a
I
way.
mean, of being a druid that was over 500 years old, yeah.
Well, I'll do what I can when I can, I suppose.
Plus, it'd be great to have someone of your fantastic healing abilities to be able to
You
help
give
when
me too
needed.
much credit.
If we go to Demore, it'd be good to see Russ's. Just letting you guys know. Russ misses you guys, so I mean, this is some of the older people. So if we go to Demore, it'd be good to see Russ because Russ is in Demore right now.
What
Do you,
did we have to go to the more for again? I forgot.
do you?
Yeah.
Well, I personally have a stake in seeing the city. At least, I have to try to rejoin my wife and see my family again. But I I don't want to drag you away from your business.
Well, see, that's the glorious thing about that is that we also have business in Demore because there's a shard in Demore that we need to get. So
Well, on the way to Demore, is there we can get two birds with one stone? Is there a shard on the way and then go to Demore?
there
How
might
do you
be.
So
do
we're
you,
not.
do you know how to locate these shards? Excuse me, shards.
It's just asking questions and talking to the right people, as far as I know. I know I know the one that is in Morris is it's in the Sorcery City's the Archmage Adrian Jundar. That's the name of the person. They have one, and it's the person we need to talk to, and possibly talk to, maybe fight. I don't know. It all depends. So
You would know that Ressa is his granddaughter
all right, there you go. Thank you.
because her
So
name is Ressa Jundar, and Adrian Jundar is the Archmage from Sorcerer City, which is currently under lockdown by the Giants.
that's right. All right. Okay. Um, we do need to get that shard, and Russell would like to see people, able to catch up for a second. So going there would be pretty much killing two birds with one stone because you're gonna get to go talk about trade and possibly be able to relocate your family. You'll be able to go and talk to Ressa and maybe be able to see her father or her grandfather. No, but if you're gonna ride with me, everybody has to pull their weight. So this isn't a rest and relaxation time. Yeah, I mean you're gonna have to pull your own weight on the ship.
This is a rest and relaxation time. You got it.
Plus the sea can be
Ow.
pretty dangerous, and there could be lots of things that I might have to fight on. We might have to fight another ship. We might have to. There's lots of things that can happen.
See,
Always trying to steal people, especially. But I mean, luckily I can talk to pirates, so most of the time it's usually a friendly gathering. But sometimes it isn't. Instead of paying me to transport you to Demore, it's just gonna work. You need to pay me for anything. Otherwise, if anybody wants transport, they usually got to pay a fee.
what is the fee?
Uh, all right. Depending on how long the trip is, it could be anywhere between, let's say, anywhere between 10 gold to be 30 or 40 gold, depending on how far I have to go. So,
Ah, well, then I must take on some work in this town then for a while. When do you leave? Because I
uh,
don't have any money.
No, I mean, it's as long as you work, you don't have to pay me. No, that's just how it works. You can work on the ship.
Oh,
You can work for your food. You can. You know,
I thought you meant I have to work and I have to pay.
oh no, as long as you work, you don't have to pay me because I'm doing this. But if somebody else, like, luckily, you know people that I know, so you know, it's pretty much that's just like the discount. So you just gotta work and you get a free ride. If somebody else, a stranger or something like that, they're gonna have to pay anywhere between 10 to 40 gold. So that's how it works. If you work,
See,
you can get your food, your mess, place to sleep. Maybe it might not be the nicest digs, but you can still sleep. You
oh
can
boy, I've never been on a ship before. Gabriel smiles.
love your sarcasm. It's wonderful. But
Would you know I'm being? Would you know what I'm insinuating?
I can roll for it. Can roll for it. What would that be? Rolling to knowing sarcasm. I mean, I'm pretty smart. Pretty high in intelligence too. So that'd be. What would that be, Ryan?
Probably I'm gonna say it would fall under diplomacy. I think.
I don't know if it'll work because. 31.
Got it.
You would know that from the way he laughed at it. Yeah, he's been on a ship before.
Love your sarcasm. Oh, I'm down to leave now, and they should have already got the supplies, taking it back to the ship, and they're probably loading it now.
That
But,
was fast.
No, it's gonna take him probably at least like an hour or 2 hours to get the supplies. And then they could take it to the ship. It's gonna take leaving the city. There's no dock in the city, so your ship is actually about about 6 miles. There's a little small village, like small like hamlet village there that you had a couple goblins watching over the little vessel you brought in.
so I like to go back in my actual big ship. We're gonna sail anyway.
I was about to ask actually, how big is the ship?
I only brought a small transport ship with me. I didn't really carry that much. So
Is it like a schooner? Is it like?
it's just a small transport. I'd say more like a schooner. It's just a small transport ship. Fits an amount of
His
people.
normal ship is a galley.
Yeah. My normal ship is a galley, so this is a little bit smaller than that.
It's like a schoon.
It's like a schooner, yeah. I guess.
Yeah, it's a small crew. No more than
And which one will we be
like
taking to Drumore? Out of curiosity.
This one, the schooner.
This one. Okay.
My main ship is actually in Damore at the moment.
Oh.
Went from the Emerald Isle to Damore to here because I had to go and do some other stuff. I even came so. I guess so. While they're doing that, I guess we can go into this stone if you guys want to do that.
Sure. Pose. You said multiple people can do it at the same time? Is there a number of people that can do it? Like two, three?
I think they've had. As far as I know, there was no number. I mean, just, lines with everybody. I guess I really don't know how to do this thing. So
What do we have to do? Do you know how to do it? I mean, you.
what Casa, yeah, I think you just touch it and concentrate on the memory. I would assume that would
Since Dakota is current. Oh, you are here. You're here. I
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah, the orb thing with the memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just touch it and then it shows you memories. And then I I can't be too familiar how to operate it, but whenever me and Atticus would channel it and just kind of put our hands on it, we would able to have see the memories of the fallen warrior. I forget the warrior's name, Ryan.
Razan.
Razan. And there's actually this one point where we basically got transported to his timeline
Oh.
and was able to meet him as well. And still don't know
At
how that
a
happened.
memory?
Still don't know how that happened, but it happened. And me and Atticus got to meet this great warrior in his prime before the events of his other memories happened. So it was a memory within a memory of the past. Pretty crazy. I need this person to like go. But yeah, that's how those shards work. Just they originate from a warrior's memory. But I don't know if
Yeah.
they work anymore. You'd have to meditate.
Heard it from the man who's done it before. I haven't done it, so
Well, let's,
Wanna-
I guess, do it then, right? I mean, it'll kill 2 hours.
All right. So
Well, I hope
the last
so.
time Wakasa did it, he could tell you since I know he's driving. So they sat down and did it, and the crystal. They all just touched the crystal while sitting, and and they started meditating on the memories, and then it washed over them. But the last each time they did it, it took different time frames of time that they were in like a trance state, depending on how long the memory is.
if I remember, Lemony was like, "Nope, I'm not doing that."
Ryan, Ryan was
I don't know what you said.
Maybe.
so I'm assuming that they're discussing about doing this.
Yes.
Yeah, because we don't want it to take a whole day. Because Ryan said your character just told us that it can take different amounts of time.
Yeah.
True. I mean, it hasn't taken a day yet. Yeah.
Well, maybe one of us should sit out of it in case your crew members come back and need instruction. You want to leave a note for them if no one wants to stay out of it.
Crew members know what to do.
I'll
But right when they come back, we'll be.
Wakasa will
They
stay
won't.
out, he said.
They will, as well. My crew members, they won't come back once they've delivered the goods. They're gonna stay at the ship. They know what to do.
Wakasa said he'll stay out. He's going into work anyways. Dakota is.
It's all good.
Yep.
So we'll go into that crystal then. Let's just.
Alright. We all touch it on 3 then.
We can just. I guess. Guess is as good as mine, man.
So are they touching 7 right now?
We're not touching 7.
Are they touching like a shard?
I'm gonna pull this shard
Or
out.
7?
Touching a shard.
Oh God.
I'm gonna pull the shard out
Oh,
that I
God.
have.
They're
We're
touching-
gonna
they're
go
touching
into
7 shard. 7
hostile legendary
hard
Heroes of
shafted
Zandrath.
shard.
No,
He's
not
talking over him. I can't hear anything he's trying to tell me.
no. They're touching the new shard that that he has. It's not Seven's
Gotcha.
shard.
Not 7's hard shard.
No, it's
Come
not.
on, Dakota. Come on, Dakota.
I thought you were dead inside. That's
Oh.
not. Let's not have dead jokes too.
Listen, get those the homo jokes never get old. They are always dead. So they work with.
Yeah. Well, on the count of 3, we'll touch it, I guess. That's fine.
2, 3.
Okay.
All right. So, as you guys start your trance, you start hearing sounds, and your vision starts going in. You hear the sounds of the desert.
This is familiar.
Voss and his myrmidons land their boat near an old seaport. And as they move to speak with the men on the docks, they notice that the men aren't dressed like the people that they're supposed to have met here. The men draw their weapons and their bows. Voss realizes that these are pirates. The archers from the pirates quickly respond to the threat that is assembled. Loose! Their captain screams. Defensive wall! Yells Vosh, as his myrmidons turtle formation close off the front and the sides, waiting for the archers to loose their second volley as arrows stick into their shields and fly over above. As the archers fire a second volley, they move forward before breaking off. Clank, 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 clank. Arrows deflect from the shields. No! He screams, with a shout, breaking formation with his spear in hand, lunging forward. His blade buries deep into the captain's gut and quickly disrupts the archers with a furious stabs. After the fighting was over, Vosh and his men found the treasured stash that they came to get. The men that arrived before them were all slaughtered amongst the ground inside this little tavern. He gathered what he could and his men, and they made their way back to the fort. Glorious spoils will await the king, Leon, when he arrives at the door. As you see him, Vosh is speaking with an advisor. There's a small fort nearby for the scouts have found, my lord. It was abandoned, full of cobwebs. Vosh told his men to go and fortify and wait for Leon to arrive with his reinforcements. We'll secure the area and gather supplies and food for the men. As you see, the time it like time lapse forward. It came upon us without caution. 1 minute, the skies were blue. Within seconds, the roar of thundering cavalry took the skies with they collided with the side of the structured fort. The gods have brought a tormented storm, a sandstorm, as it smashes into the building. Some of the newer guards fall down the cliffside. Those caught outside brace their eyes as we could see glimpses of its wind blowing one of the archers clean off the top of the watchtower. His body ragdolled as he fell face first down the cliffside as well, like the others. We barred the door, bracing against the force of the wind. The sound of the howling was terrifying. It reminded me of the hellhounds trying to force their way in to devour us. As what felt like hours, the sound of the wind finally died down, and we could see the sun's rays gleaming through the cracks in the structure. I made my way down with my men to gather the fallen comrades. Once we made it down the staircase, we stood before a terrifying creature. It looked like something outside of a nightmare, an 8-legged monstrosity full of blood-soaked hairs. It stood towering over us, standing 15 feet tall. It surpassed over a 20-foot radius. Its mandibles teared at the dead soldiers that had fallen. Its eyes latched onto mine as I readied my shield and my war axe. I looked to one of my new recruits and yelled, "Go get the archers!" The men stood frozen for a moment. I yelled again, "Run!" As he stood, finally it connected as he began to run, as a giant tarantula broodmother lunged at me. Its strength forced my planted feet 10 feet back. I drove out of the way a second time of the hit as I scurried around. I struck true, carving one of its I struck true, carving only a scratch into its tough chitin body. Its hairs had chitin that were protecting it as they came out of small protruding holes. My strikes bounced as I hit like a rock. Its gigantic legs sent me flying back, crashing against the dense rocky grounds. Layla, Hova, and Leo arrived shortly as my aid. They threw spears and poked and jabbed. They stabbed at the beast from different sides. I took the opportunity to get back to my feet and dropped my axe and my shield, and I pulled out my greatsword. As the beast thrashed around, I spotted one of its weak spots. With a running start, I slid underneath the beast, driving my greatsword up into its exoskeleton. My blade forced its way into its huge, inaccurate head, and I brought it to the ground. More myrmidons arrived just in time to see our victory over the beast. I stand to my feet and I rose my arms loud and shouted, "Who's ready to feast on spider legs?" As the memory begins to fade out, then it lapses a period of time as if fast forwarding. The Sombro Myrmidons sent out their scouts into the area to find the remains of the overgrown beasts of legend. Each sent out were defeated. They told me, "Bring back the giant Reaper Queen, the pelt of the legendary White Tiger, the Saber Claw, and the legendary Rhino, Xanox." The name of the Sombros Myrmidons grew fast with each creature of legend put to the test and defeated. Voss and Hova journeyed across the land seeking treasures through mysterious locations given to them by the Myrmidons by traveling merchants going by the name of Garat. To their amazement, the crudely drawn maps led them to grand treasures in silver and gold. Voss pulled out his map and began to scribe some notes next to a rough location. They quickly gathered everything they could before making their way back to the keep. During the way back, they stumbled upon an abandoned cave system. It seemed just like any other spider cave system. Voss stood at the entrance, stared into the void of the cave's dark entrance, pondering whether to enter. The dark presence loomed from inside. Hova looked to Voss with a nod of, "If you go, I'm going." We entered to find brimstone and iron deposits. They were guarded by many tarantulas, large inside, but nothing that we weren't able to defeat with ease. Hova and Voss fought their way through without breaking a sweat. Deeper they went. The darker the torch grew, it felt like a presence of something festering, a dark festering ahead. Skeletons and zombies moaned and turned to the sight of an underground catacomb. necromancy's power could be felt, purging the walls with every step. We fought our way through the hordes of undead, shattering their bones from their animated bodies. Blood was spilled as we eventually slayed everything that once stood before us in this undead necromancy's, and even the undead necromancer himself. We found the treasure room deep into the catacombs, and were rewarded with a large chest with silver coins, hardened steel weapons, and a large pile of potions. Voss stood at the top of the newly constructed keep, surveying the land east, to the west, to the north and the south. Also, this was another time lapse forward, as now he's standing on top of the keep. Soon enough, they would march their forces into the unknown to begin this construction of the new capital. No one knew what lies there, what kinds of threats were awaiting them. All they could know is that the map guiding them to the unknown, and that was it. Voss sent out envoys to all the major trade hubs, looking for men willing to take on the task to go with him. Those who needed to escape from their land, politics, or just needed the cash arrived within weeks. King Leo has given me insight upon the matter. For now, I am to wait and prepare. After a few hours of relaxing, a messenger arrived at the gate. Time lapse. My Lord Vosh, I have a letter here, for your eyes only. I climbed down from the tower to meet the messenger. He handed me the letter. As a strange seal caressed upon its wax, I opened it and read. Very interesting. Looks like more will be joining the excavation to uncover the Sunlight Temple. I'm pleased. I say to the messenger as I fold up the letter, as I stuff it in my pouch. A large smile flashes upon my face as I look to my men and say, good news from an old friend. Gather your things. We'll meet him tonight. As the sounds fade back out and you begin to awake from and you hear the sounds of tavern down below.
There's a really big fucking spider.
Yep. Yep.
Blink my eyes twice, then try to immediately take in my faculties.
As you look around, Wakasa lit a lantern. It's dark now. He is snoring in
What
the
time
bed.
was it when we started, Ryan?
About 1. About 1 p.m. is when you guys started it. No,
It's,
hold on. It would have been about 3 p.m. That's when you guys started it. It's dark out. The moon is almost at full crest. Wakasa's passed out, just like sprawling, just snoring away on one of the beds.
was interesting. My temple was familiar. of things actually sounded familiar in that vision. Things familiar with the Emerald Isle, but I don't think it's the Emerald Isle because it was a desert, but very familiar to the Emerald Isle. A lot of those same. Um, but I think we better get some shut eye, and tomorrow.
By the geological
Unbelievable.
location, roll me a nature check. Maybe you can figure it out. With the 26, you would know that it seems like it is the Eastern Lands. Somewhere in the Eastern Lands.
So, as for what I saw in that, that shard, land looks very familiar to somewhere in the Eastern Lands. So you know exactly where, but it's somewhere over there. So, but I think we should get some shut eye, and tomorrow we can make the journey to the boat and get ready to sail to the moor.
Right.
That's with you guys.
Do here. Would have used 7. Are you all right?
No, I think he's asleep.
Seven.
Wake!
What?
There he is.
I just asked, what do you think of all this, 7?
I'm too tired to think. I
Well,
just need rest. A lot has happened today.
yeah, you guys are feeling exhausted.
Oh,
Probably good night's sleep would be good for everyone. You guys already have rooms for the night.
time I've slept in a proper bed in a while. So I suppose this is good night then.
It is good night till tomorrow morning. And, our journey to the boat.
The room you're in has 6 beds. You guys all sleep. And
Yeah.
7, you have like as you fade off into your dreams, you get more memories flooding in, but they're not Atticus's memories either. You're walking down a corridor, and there's a door at the end, and this large carved door has druidic symbols lined across it in all ways. There's a faint glowing light radiating from the door as you open it, and as you walk inside, you see there are it's like a workshop, but the workshop isn't like mechanical. It has like vines and like branches and looks like a inside of a giant tree almost. As you walk over and you start tinkering with one of the constructs, and it looks like an Asmir,
Ooh.
like a reddish long hair, and its insides are like open and carved out, but it's not like it's not a bloody mess. There are like almost like organic organs and stuff that you start grabbing and you're putting them into place, and you start enchanting with magic, and you're building the inside of this body. And then there's a knock at the door, and you turn, and you hear, Sheehan! And you wake up.
Strange.
You hear the tavern, and you hear the sounds of people roaring and talking and yelling and shouting for food, and
Oh, hello, dearie.
sorry, that
Apparently
was the
she
wrong one.
barged right into the room.
Oh, hello,
Looked
dearie.
Seven in the face. Oh, hello, dearie. And Seven's just like grabbing his blanket up to his chin.
So you guys all wake up. Okasa's in his prayers for the day. He's in mid prayer as you see him in the corner, giving thanks to Bathlith and doing his morning routine. And I think this is where we'll end for tonight, guys.
Sounds good.
I know everyone's getting tired, so
Yes.
good sesh. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Cool.
And we'll get with you guys next week to follow up on where to go from here.
By the way, I do like the little I love the picture that you put up on my bio and info and character sheet area.
The one with the big hawk, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love the picture. It's amazing.
It just reminded me of what I think he looks like.
Oh shit, that's so funny.